Yo, what's going on, y'all? It's your boy Footsdaking. As always, thank you guys for liking, sharing, and subscribing. This video is brought to you guys by BetUS. BetUS has all your betting needs. The All-Star game just passed. There's no more football. I'm sad. I know you guys are sad as well. But again, NBA, college basketball is ramping up. There's hey, you can even get in on NFL draft futures. So BetUS. Make sure that you guys tap in with BetUS. All right. Here we go. The dreaded free agency talk. The new league free agency year starts March 12th. And I know that you guys are watching this video saying, Foots. Look at me, Foots. There's no way Stephen Jones is going to do anything in free agency. I understand. I get it. I'm with you. But for some reason, I have a feeling that this front office is going to do a little bit more. Maybe not a lot, but I do think that they will do a little bit more. And to be honest with you, Steven said it himself. We can't keep doing the same things and expecting a different result. I think the Cowboys, they would probably admit that they dug in too hard on draft, develop. Like, you can't have the youngest team in the league leading a team to an NFC champion. You need guys who have been there. You need guys that have been on NFL locker rooms and been in NFL locker rooms and been in tight games. I mean, I love Maris Luafau, for example. But do I want him leading my defense year two in the middle of my defense? No, I do not. That's one position that the Cowboys probably need to address in free agency. And let's just get into it. Foots's goal or his plan for this Cowboys offseason would be, this is what I would do. This is my thoughts. These are my high-level thoughts. I would want the Cowboys to fix their defense in free agency, go out, get what pieces you need, a D-line, maybe corner, maybe a linebacker. That's what I would want to do, and then attack the draft offensively, and then whatever you need, kind of fill in the rest of the holes. But that's what Foots would do. Today, what I want to do is I want to talk about 6 free agents, 6 of them. Foots, there's no way they're going to sign. We got 6. I don't care what y'all think they would do. 6 free agents that the Cowboys should target in free agency. Number 1, Dre Greenlaw. I think that this would make the most sense when you talk about that linebacker room, what Matt Eberflus wants to do. He will be fairly cheap. He's projected as a $6 million. That's what his contract will be projected per PFF. And I just watched Dre Greenlaw. He's really good in coverage. He runs really well. He's the type of athlete that, and just player that comes and changes the demeanor of your defense. Now, he did have the Achilles tear in the Super Bowl last year, and they shut him down this year early on in the season. But I just think that if you get him on a prove-it deal, if he can still run, I think that he helps your defense out a lot. Number 2, Milton Williams. Now, here's the one. He's only 25 years old. Milton Williams is the one for me that you bring him in here because you don't know how much more Mozzie is going to develop, or if you just have to say, you know what, Mozzie Smith he was a bust. But you bring in Milton Williams and in a rotation with whatever you do in a draft defensive tackle wise versus what you have with Mozzie. I think that Milton Williams could come in and solidify, at least make that defensive line better. You don't know what's going to happen with Oso Odigizua. I think the Cowboys try to sign Oso, but if they don't get him signed, I think that Milton Williams will be a great option. Again, 6 sacks this year. Obviously, he was in that rotation with Jalen Carter, the rest of those great defensive linemen for the Eagles, but I would like Milton Williams on the Cowboys. Number 3, Nick Bolton. Nick Bolton, to me, would be another, with his age, I think he has a lot of good football left. Now, Kansas City has a lot of holes. They got a lot of things that they need to do in the offseason. Do they look at Nick Bolton and say, you know what, Nick, we love you, but we're going to let you walk? I love this guy and run support. I think he could come in and Matt Eberflus's defense, him, Maris, Overshown. That makes a lot of sense. And again, this guy's only 24 years old. Like, maybe it's just time for him to get to a new system, and he will be the leader on your defense right away. He plays a lot like Dre Greenlaw, just without the injury history. He plays with a lot of energy that I think this defense could use, and I think that this defense needs. Number 4, here's a guy on the older side, but I still think defensive tackle-wise he helps you, and that's B.J. Hill. B.J. Hill from Cincinnati. Now, that Cincinnati defense was a mess, but I think in a rotation, B.J. Hill will be a defensive tackle that you could come in here, He will help in more ways than one. Could be that get up the field 3 tech and also stop the run on the way to the quarterback, because that's kind of what Matt Eberflus wants to do. Matt Eberflus is a defensive coordinator that teaches and coaches the fundamentals. So if you just get the bodies in here that have done it, he has the skins on the wall to kind of get these guys going in the right direction. Number 5, this one is very interesting, and it's Zack Baun. And I know he's coming from the rival Eagles, but I got to tell you, he doesn't have a lot of tread on the tires because he hasn't played. Now, he's 28 years old, but he was a career special teamer. He was the best linebacker in the NFL this year. Now, do you put a lot of stock into that? Was it just the Eagles were able to keep him clean? Is he really that good? I got to tell you, coverage-wise, run support-wise, he was it, man. He was it. And kudos to that defense, Vic Fangio, and those guys for saying, nah, we brought in a few guys, Devin White, whoever. He's better. And he's going to get a big payday. I don't know if it'll be with the Cowboys, but I would love to see him in a Cowboys uniform. I mean, yes, he's 28, but some of these guys, Levante David, some of these linebackers, I remember London Fletcher played for a long time. Zack Baun, as smart as he is, as well-studied as he is, I would love to have him in the middle of this defense. And last but not least, number 6, James Daniels. Now, I said I wanted to fix this defense, so I went defensive tackle and linebacker a lot. And you guys like DJ Reed from the Jets, maybe he would be an option for the Cowboys, but you got to think he's also been hurt. Carlton Davis is a guy at corner because you don't know what's going to happen with Diggs. But I got to tell you, James Daniels, he's a guy at 27 that I would like to sign on a 1-year prove-it deal. If you don't get Zach Martin back, you at least have a guy at guard. Now, I do like T.J. Bass. I think T.J. Bass could start. I think that Brock Hoffman could start. But I think that James Daniels will probably – I think Daniels will be an upgrade from both of those guys. And, you know, coming from that Steelers elk, okay, they've wanted to run the ball. They're physical. They play football the right way. Outside of the injury, James Daniels is pretty clean. All right, guys, what do you guys think about this free agency list? Again, these are 6 guys that I just think they would come in and let you draft freely and give you something throughout the year. They wouldn't be guys that you're like praying to do something like a James Washington or, you know, the third half of free agency. No, I think that these guys would come in, help your defense right away. James Daniels would help cement your offensive line, bring some stability to that offensive line, and then you just go draft the way you want to. What do you guys think? Give me a few free agents that you guys want to see. I tweeted this out and I said, listen, the Cowboys need to eat their vegetables. I think with this free agent class, if we get some of these guys in here, I think the Cowboys will have eaten their vegetables. All right, guys, it's your boy Footsdaking as always. Thank you all for liking, sharing, subscribing. Thank you for helping grow the channel. Let's get to 40K really, really soon. By the end of draft season, I want to be to 40K. All right, love you guys. Peace.